section of this video, where we'll be talking about the CPC boosting strategy. So in this video, I want to share with you everything you need to understand, or what you need to understand about the CPC boosting strategy. And a lot of you have messaged me, how was I able to maintain my CPC day after day on several accounts? Whichever account that comes to me, I hit the CPC and it maintains, and consistently I keep on getting a very good result. You know, the main challenge is there is when you're loading an account and your CPC is very low, it will be too stressful for you to hit the target which you plan to hit for the day. But when your CPC is responding very high for you, you see hitting a target will not be anything, because the CPC determines how quick you can earn. Okay, so I will share with you my CPC loading strategies, what I do and how it works for me. So the first thing we're talking about when we talk about the CPC loading strategy, one is country-based differences. If you are having, for instance, you're having a Pakistan AdSense, an India AdSense and Nigeria AdSense, these three countries have a little challenge when it comes to CPC hits at a time. But when you have a US AdSense, Ireland AdSense, Canada AdSense, another Belgium AdSense, you see that just a single hit using my method, your CPC will be very high. But remember, these countries are very risky, very risky. So don't rejoice because your CPC is high at that moment, because loading those countries, especially US account, if it is a fresh US account, is very challenging. To be honest, it's very challenging. So you need to be very careful. Don't be overexcited, and don't, because of the CPC is very high, you start hitting it without following the principles of loading, which you need to. The first principle, which is grow your account from little to a bigger fund. Okay, so the country-based differences. This is the reason that you might be having a Pakistan account and you are messaging, you are trying all you could, and the CPC is not rising at that moment. Is because of the country base, because those countries hardly respond to CPC rise at a time. Okay, unless continuous heat will make the site to respond to the CPC. So, and the second one, so if I'm advising you, is I will advise you to go for Belgium AdSense, UK AdSense, US AdSense. But remember, these AdSense are very challenging when it comes to loading, so you must be very careful while you load them. Okay, so the next one, the next thing there is niche and keyword research. So a lot of you have a blog post and you don't really understand what this niche and keyword research does to your site. So I'm going to I bought an AdSense account yesterday, so that we're going to practicalize all of this. This is the new AdSense account, and this is a UK AdSense account. So you can see I've not started loading it, but I've sent some couple number of organic traffic, and I have some traffic, and I also have some impression in it. Okay, so we're going to look at these two things. You understand? We're going to balance these two things. Let me teach you with practical example what it does. So let me visit this website, which is an AdSense calculator, so that you understand what niche does. So back here we talk about niche and keyword. So the niche you belong to, especially if you're using all these, the Pakistan, Indian and Nigerian account, just as I said. So that determines the niche you belongs to, determine how quick your site will respond to CPC. Okay, so if you're in a music niche, you will not expect someone whose website is under insurance, mortgage, loan. You do not expect the CPC rise to be at the same level. Okay, so there must be little gap ahead, because of the niche which that person belongs to. But when it comes to AdSense loading, you don't even need all this niche of a thing, keyword research of a thing. You don't need more of it if you have a very good AdSense account, which is either any of the other tier 1 countries account, apart from Pakistan and India. If you have other countries account, tier 1 countries account, I'm telling you, you don't even need to stress yourself on the issue of niche, issue of keyword research, because when it comes to AdSense loading, is an expert strategy of loading an account with font, not like arbitrage. Arbitrage cannot work if your niche and your keywords are not good enough. Do you understand? But when it comes to loading, you don't even bother much about the keyword, you don't bother much about the niche. So the next one, which we'll be doing, all these things we're going to do them practically. So the third one, which is blocking low ads network. So I have a file here. I've compiled the total. Look at them here. I've compiled them all. We have over 1,000 or over 4,000 per ads advertisers network. So look at, there are plenty. So I'm also going to share this file with you, and we're going to block them practically, so that I'm going to show you how you can do that. Okay. But as for me, most of the accounts I use, I don't really block them. I don't really block, because there are advantages and disadvantages of blocking this poor ads network. So when you block poor ads network, the time taken, especially when you publish a new post, the time taken for that, if your website is not having a high quality keywords, which the niche you belong to is not high, then it will take time for ads to pop up, especially on new published posts and new published pages, because it will take time for it to look for to send an ads request that will be able to display something related to the content which you are having. Do you understand? So that is why I do not advise anybody to block poor ads network. So it's not even advisable, okay? Because when you publish a post, it takes about 4 to 5 hours or 6 before ads start displaying on those posts whenever you block poor ads network. So it's not advisable. If you have a very good site, especially tier 1 country site, just as I said, there is no need of you blocking ads network. It's very wrong. But I'm going to teach you, in case you're in Pakistan, Nigeria, or India, and you're facing a very high challenge despite you're using my method. I'm also going to show you so that you can try it, what works for you, then you can analyze and see if blocking it is good or if releasing it is more preferable for you. Okay, so the fourth one, which is organic traffic effect. So these are what we're saying. Organic traffic effect means where your traffic coming from. Yeah, where your traffic coming from matters the response of your CPC. I have a site that sometimes I start loading this account with a very high CPC on my own. So when the CPC becomes very high, due to I have natural organic traffic, when I get natural organic traffic, especially from tier 2 geos and tier 3 geos, my CPC drop even to 0 point something. Do you understand? And the reason why it's drop is that where my traffic are coming from matters a lot. So where your traffic are coming from, if you have natural organic traffic, then when those traffic, let's say you're having traffic from Nigeria, you're having traffic from other tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 geos, you see that your CPC response will be very, very bad. And that is where it comes to the secret of overnight or crossover hit. There is a secret which I initiated, which is crossover hit, the ability to maintain high CPC over the next day and over the next day again continuously without going back. So for me, when I start loading accounts, either Nigeria account or whichever country account, once I hit the CPC and the CPC becomes high, it will never drop. That is how it will continue becoming till I continue receiving my payment, unless if I'm not active. So it's because of the secret which I call the crossover hit. I'm going to relate that to you. Then the fifth one is poor hit. Some of you want to make the money, but you don't want to work. So you want to make the money, you don't want to work. It's very, very bad. So when you have your device, your mobile, your system, you have somebody, your friend or anyone to support you, someone who have mastered it just like you. So to support you, you see that the more effort you put on it, the more results you get. So don't be discouraged when you start this method and your CPC response becomes very poor at initial. So you need to consider all these which I've told you about, and then figure out where your own case falls in and resolve. Okay, so let's continue. process to load it. Do you understand? So what you do is use tier 3 countries process, or use other tier 1 countries process, but don't use US process to load the US account. I hope you understand how it works. For a new US account, for a new fresh account, don't do that. If you do that, your account will not last. I've tried this severally before making these videos. I have tried this severally with a lot of accounts to see where my subscribers, where you will be having challenges. So I've purchased a lot of accounts and I tried a lot of strategies, and I discovered that look at what makes this to fall. I analyzed them very well before making this video. So there's no need of you further putting all this into test. I've tested them out. So if you're loading a US account, for a fresh US account, don't use US process. You can use other tier 3, tier 1 process or tier 2 process, but don't use the US process. You can use other tier 1 US process, but don't use US process. But other tier 1 country process you can use. So, and the third one is block low advertisers URL. So you can block low advertisers URL if your niche is good. You have a very good niche, insurance niche, but still yet your CPC is not popping up. The reason is that the reason why you need to block this low advertiser URL, if you have, let's say you have an insurance niche and still yet you are doing this loading method and your CPC refuses to respond. So what you will do there is you block the low advertisers URL, because each ad space you see on your website, there is a competition between high advertisers and low advertisers, and most of the times the low advertisers try to place their ads bids on those spaces compared to the high advertisers. So you need to block them out so that the high paying advertisers will place their own bid on that space where you provide on your site. Okay, then the fourth one is understand the best time to load. The best time to load your account. A lot of you don't know this. To be honest, a lot of you don't know this. There is always the best time to load, which is the crossover loading time. So the reason why this is the best time to load is if you're using a tier 1 process. So before any other organic traffic, before any other low country traffic start visiting your site, when you load those accounts with tier 1 country process, you are going to get a massive result. So if you can do this 1, 2, 3 times, your CPC will respond automatically. The next day your CPC will start responding very well. But if you cannot stay awake, you might really have challenge when it comes to boosting your CPC. But if you can stay awake at this time, either 11 to 12:30 or 11:30 to 1 o'clock, just load your account, my dear, you will give a result. Okay, very, very, very. So the fifth one is fill forms that has tracking code. We are going to look at that. Number 6 again is put an eye on your dashboard metrics. Put your eye, don't overdo this. Make sure you're reading your dashboard metrics so that you know your limit, and then stop when you need to stop and continue when you need to continue. Then number 7 is do this again and again. So let's put this into practical and see how it works. We're enough for the theory, so let's start this. So we say number 1 here is the country base. So I've already spoken about this. Number 2 is the niche. If you don't know the niche you are, you can simply go here and have niche ideas, or you can search, you can get more idea about niche. Then the number 3 there is number 3, block low ads network. So let's do this on my new account and let's see continue. Okay, so as you can see, it has finished blocking. Okay, it have blocked all. So what you do now is that is all for blocking. So just go back to your site and then you're going to increase. I've done this, so let me just show you. If you are blocking your ads network, so you're going to increase the the ads request on your site. So you're going to increase them to the max. So let me just go back. Let's go back. Is click on ads. So you're going to increase the other ads level. Okay, so that because you block a low ads network, so what you do now, you need to increase the load time so that it will load on time. Okay, so make sure you're on site, then click on this pen. When you click on the pen, so you go to page format. Okay, so you go to your image. They are very small compared to other YouTubers that you'll be seeing their video. Go to YouTubers like Biggie Finance, Billions Academic, and some other YouTubers that are into AdSense loading, you will be seeing 1,000 clicks, 3,000 clicks, and yet they're not getting much result because they're having a very poor CPC. Okay, you can also see in this account, and also if I refresh, perhaps I might not be working on this account now, so you will see that I keep on getting a very good result. And in this account here, you can see my last withdrawal was $10,499, and before this my previous withdrawal was 1,000 and something. So I keep on growing this account, and you can see here in this account I'm getting to 10,000 euros. So there is a month after month. I still have other accounts. I have other minor accounts that I earn $500, $800, $1,000, $3,000 per month. I have several of them. Okay, so you can see that. Look at this one now, earnings. You can see my earnings, 9,837 presently, and we still have 7 days to go. We still have 7 days, 6 to 7 days to go before the month end. So how much are you thinking that this account will be able to raise? And how much are you thinking that I will be able to raise in this account, that after making this $10,000, I place this account on maintenance mode when I notice just $100 deduction? $10,000 is enough. It's good enough. So why will I even want to make more things if I'm trying to make more and there are much money in the balance? I'm having a deduction. I quickly placed it on maintenance mode. I was not loading this account. This is the day 3 of loading this account, and I've already made over $2,000. I'm getting to $3,000. You can see it. You can see it. And before this month runs off, in this account too, I will make $10,000 or more than. And also in this account, before this month runs off, I will make over 15,000 euros or more than. Do you understand? So you can see that account and this account already have fetched me over $20,000, $10,000 above. Here I'm expecting more than 15,000 euros. How much? A very good sum of money that most government workers can never make. So it depends. Just take your account gradually and don't be deceived, or don't start trying to hit your account very, very high. And in case you're looking for accounts and you want me to help you before you purchase an account, you want me to help you analyze some accounts. I also sell accounts, tier 1 countries accounts, whichever country you want. Just message me, and with trust, the same trust you have in me for buying this course, you can message me. I will also provide you very quick service of AdSense, and I will provide you with an account that is stress-free. You will not stress yourself in getting a response from those accounts. And after you get these accounts, you continue building yourself up using my course. Gradually receive the first payment, the second payment gradually, and so on. You build your earnings. So let's continue. And now the fifth one is fill forms that has tracking code. So a lot of you unfulfilled clicks. Let me show you what I mean. I've opened a page on that on my let's see. Yeah, so I've opened a page on that. Unfulfilled clicks. Let's say for instance this is my site and I've given impression up to 15 tabs. I want to click on ads and I click on this ads. Do you see what I'm doing? So when you click on this ads comes with tracking code. It comes with a tracking code. You see the tracking code starting from this GCL. This tracking code is always starting with this. You can see this is a tracking code on meaningful words. Is a tracking code. So you will have a form. Some of this form comes with the form. Each time you fill the form, your CPC rise. Do you know why? So some of you click. I notice that some of you just click on ads, give impression, and forget about it. When you click give your impression and forget about it, yes, you will see the earnings for this ads click, but it will later be deducted because this tracking code is still tracking your activity, and it sees that after you clicked on the ads, you did not perform any other activities. So it's different from, okay, you click on ads, you click on any link. It's different from filling a form. Ideally, Google will see that if it is a robot, robots don't have that intelligence of filling a form with the right information. In fact, some of the form comes with reCAPTCHA, which robots they don't have the ability. They don't have that. They don't have the capacity to do those things for you. So they will easily detect that yes, this is a real human activity, and your CPC will be growing high. So each time you see a form, when I started this newly, each time I see a form, I rejoice because each time I feel from, especially if you're in Pakistan. a result, okay? Until you gain your result. So don't stop. It's not, Rome is not built on a day. So continue doing it and you gain results. So thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I wish and I want to see your results as soon as possible, okay? So I'm going to send you this file. I'm going to send you this file on WhatsApp or any channel. So I'm going to send you this file, so in case you wish to block the low content CPC, you can go ahead and block it. If you don't want to block, good and fine. Just apply the method and you will get results. So thank you for watching this video. See you in the next video, where we'll be discussing arts limit solution. So a lot of you have been waiting for this opportunity. The next video we are going to discuss on arts limit solution, and then fix all those results, all those accounts on arts limit. I'm going to make the video so that you'll be able to fix your account within 7 to 8 to 10 days. Your account will be relieved of that arts limit that have been keeping you waiting for months, for years, several years, some of them your account several years. So I'm going to show you and explain all the strategies I use in taking off arts limit, if in case perhaps I don't see them always, but in case they come, I know how I tackle them for my clients, and I collect money. I receive some money from them and I solve them using the same strategy, which I'm going to show you in this video. So thank you very much. See you in the next video. Have a nice day.